Now, on the planet, there are certain things happening that go beyond just the human race karmic pattern from what we've done on Earth. There are really big things happening. They go back billions of years, 4.5 billion to be precise, which we'll get into a little bit toward the end. To manifest, like, if it were so easy to just manifest something, wouldn't we all just manifest peace? A lot of us would, but a lot of us wouldn't. Do you think certain people in certain houses that aren't black would want to manifest peace when it's more fun to stir things up and create chaos? Some people enjoy doing that on this planet and in certain places in the cosmoverse. When we work in relation to the eternal laws of unified field physics, you don't take joy in chaos. You do want to be harmonious and work harmoniously with other beings. You want to work from a base of love and not hate, a basis of cooperation, not competition. On this planet, we have been lied to so thoroughly for so many generations. Ever since Atlantis and before Atlantis, it's the same thing that happened in the Atlantean periods. We're lied to. We're told we're worthless. We're told the universe is limited. Resources are limited. Everything is finite. Only the survival of the fittest, only the ones who are could win in competitions are the ones worthy of having anything. And they usually get what they have by sucking it off other people, where you have the haves and the have-nots. None of those things are organic. None of those things are natural. None of those things are part of the universal laws of unified field physics. They are all fall mentalities. And that is what governs this planet right now. And a bunch of others too. It's not just Earth. So what do you do when you realize, wow, okay, yeah, I'm a co-creator. And yeah, I have this power. I can learn to harness the power of my mind and start influencing, more positive things. But then you look at how strong the negatives are on the planet, and it can be a little overwhelming. But the thing is, if you consider yourself, imagine there was a dark puddle of mess and mud and dirty, oily water on top of it. And then you're a little drop of magic rain that just sprinkles on it, and it helps at least part of that to clear and become clear. Your being, your person, your heroic self, as you, can be that being wherever you put yourself, wherever you end up at a given moment, at work, at home, if you can remember. And this is part of becoming a conscious gardener. First you become a conscious gardener before you can become a consummate one, which means really, really good at it. So to become a conscious gardener, you can look at yourself and go, ooh, wait a minute, before I react to that, breathe, slow it down. I can choose how to respond. I can be a ray of sunshine right here, right now, even if people are being miserable and nasty around me, right? You can be. Now, if people are harming you, leave. Get out. Don't put up with it. It's not worth it. Believe me, I've done it. It's really not worth it. So I'm not saying just be the ray of sunshine when people are, abusing you or treating you badly or something. You have to honor yourself and respect yourself if you ever expect anyone else to. And that's part of the lessons that a lot of people on the planet are learning right now. But in terms of our mass reality that we're having, part of the reason it's so chaotic on the planet is because the level of saturation of the negative belief sets that we've been taught and we're raised to believe are real. Our ideas of what is reality? What do you think is reality? The things we're taught that are real. We're taught the total polarity fight between science and religion. You have a soulless science and a incoherent spirituality with external creator gods that are ordering everybody around. One key, I'll tell you this, if you want to know one thing that can really fast tell you if a set of beliefs is in sync with the eternal laws of unified field physics or not, if there's misogyny involved, it isn't. Anything that says the male is better than the female or the female is better than the male is missing the point, and it is a control dogma. And that applies to pretty much every religion on the planet. Gee, you ever wonder why? On this planet, before Atlantis, but ever since Atlantis, which is the last time the slate was wiped clean and everybody forgot who they were, we have been progressively conditioned to be breeders, to breed bodies for fallen angelics who can no longer connect with their own eternal life matrices, but they want to run and control planets and their stargates. We've been taught to breed, where women, because they have the babies pop out, are looked at as cattle or chatting cattle, where our purpose is to breed things. Maybe not. This whole society, and it doesn't matter where you go, misogyny is so deeply saturated in here. And that is one of the big core lies that blind us. That just keeps us, if you're a guy and you think you're better than your girl, good luck with that. Because you will never raise your consciousness high enough to get functional as a heroic self. If you have to steal power and worth away from someone else to make yourself feel good, there's something wrong with you, not the other person. So misogyny is one of the things that's a really quick tell. And there's symbolic reasons for it. I remember reading a number of years back where, I think it was the Seth material, that, I think Jane Roberts, who channeled it, had asked Seth why there was so much misogyny. And Seth went into this kind of poetic dissertation on females symbolizing the intuitive, to the intuitive mind and the emotions and the things that the ego couldn't control. So there's that deeper level of philosophy to it. But on a little less deeper level, but still deep enough, if you realize that there are beings that don't have bodies here yet that want them. The human body has the ability to interact with the stargates on the planet because they were built as the guardian race. We have been a target because of that by all sorts of races. And right now, we're in the last hurrah of a really bad dark fall. It is the dark flower affliction, and it is affliction. But that doesn't mean everybody has to be afflicted by it or be taken by it. Because at the same time, the guardians are bringing the bright flower frequencies in as well, the bright flower gardens. And just as there are bright flower gardens in the structure, the eternal structure of the cosmoverse, there are also dark flower gardens that are completely gone fall. And the only way those beings and frequency that lives in there will ever get home is by space dust return. But it always comes home one way or the other. So we're still on the path of trying to go in the positive direction, to do ascension, as opposed to space dust return. We're in a planet right now that is going through a very big conflict, and it's nowhere near being over. And it is a healing. It's a big healing wave, and it looks like a warring wave, and it is. Sometimes war is part of the healing as things work themselves out. It doesn't mean it's nice. It doesn't mean you want to energize it. But it's also foolish to not acknowledge if it's around the planet that you are in. If you want to be able to be a ray of sunshine and bring positive, loving frequency in, you have to acknowledge where that isn't. Because if not, you're just resisting it. And what you resist persists, as they say. If you're saying, oh, that's not real, that's not there, it's still going to be there. And actually you pushing back is going to make it push back and come back more to you. So there is an open flow that we can find. If we can find it with ourselves vertically, in our heroic selves vertically, in now that we have the absolute protectorate through the Crystal Bridge Passage, that gives us huge hope and assistance, because without it, the planetary grids are so damaged right now that none of us would get out of it here. But that's not the case because of the bright flower gardens that are opening here. So I just wanted to, on the mass vision projection, if you look at the mess in the world, and you look at a bunch of people running around with really, really bad belief systems, just they don't believe in themselves, they don't value themselves, they don't value other people, they don't value, they worship creator gods that are jealous and angry and that kind of thing. It's like their gods need anger management classes, for goodness sakes. There are so many bad beliefs here. There's really not bad people. There's just bad belief systems that manifest themselves through people that could be good if they had better belief structure. You can be one of the ones with better belief structures, beliefs that set you free. beliefs that help you strengthen yourself, beliefs that can help you to feel a part of this planet and the peoples here, even if there's a bunch of bad stuff going on. A lot of people, especially sensitive people, are like, I don't even want to be here. I spent half my life in that space. It's like, I just really wanted to be back where I remember, where people were nice and where competition wasn't everywhere and that kind of thing. But as I got older, and I'm pretty old now, not too old, but old now, 61, too soon, I think, I realized that I can be okay here. Because if I have that connection directly, that'll strengthen me. And with that vertical connection, I can shine the light. I can be a ray of sunshine. I can choose to, if I remember to. If somebody's dragging you around emotionally in the whole bit, it's hard not to react. It's hard not to duck and cover, which I did for probably 10 years after 2012, because it got pretty bad, like toward me with various things. But we can all take wherever we are at the given moment and decide, look, I've got neurogenesis potential. Look what my brain is doing. Maybe we'll do it together instead of it going on a rampage of like, I'm afraid. Oh, I'll make you more afraid. That kind of thing. If you can use your conscious thought, and sometimes you have to like, okay, yep, I'm going to I'll find one thing in the room right now that I can smile about. One thing that'll make me happy, even if you hate your room, hate your house, hate your roommates or whatever. Try to get over the hate part, because hating anything just makes it, empowers it to be more in your life. But you can start building with little gratitudes, little bits of things that bring a ray of sunshine to you. You can't be a ray of sunshine to others if you don't have the rays of sunshine coming through you. And that sunshine is the frequencies of your higher self. No matter how bad your vertical karmic history might be. You might have been some horrible, like Darth Vader in some other lifetime or something. You can get over that. You as an individual still have power as an individual incarnation, no matter how bad a matrix might have been that you incarnated out of. So there's hope for everyone if they choose to. One of the